Hello and welcome to reading lesson number 6 on completing a summary. Before you start this lesson, you will need to have the following to hand: your training booklet, a pen or pencil, a rubber and a timer which should be set to 7 minutes for practice 2. You can follow the lesson in your training booklet where you will find all the reading practice exercises, space to enter your answers which you can find at the back of the booklet. After this lesson, you will have a clear overview of what to expect in the reading question type completing a summary, have learnt tips and strategies on how best to approach the section, and have a chance to practice the question type using real IELTS materials. There are 2 practice tasks in this lesson. The first practice is more guided than the second, which you do alone. The question type here is completing a summary, so you have to answer questions with words and/or numbers from the passage, such as in practice 1 in this lesson, or from a box with words given as in practice 2. All the answers are in order and you have to scan for the answers, so you're looking for keywords such as times, places, names and nouns. You might also need to skim to find the part of the passage the questions relate to. As the questions are in order, you start with the questions. Read one question, find the answer and go to the next question. The answers are either words and/or numbers from either the passage or the box, and you should note the maximum words allowed. In the first practice question, it's 2 words only. Now we're going to look at the same 7 tips and strategies that we have looked in the previous lessons. Firstly, you need to read the headline. Then you need to decide if the questions are in order or not, and then you need to decide if you should scan or skim. Then you can start to find the answers. Once you've found the answers, you should underline them because it makes it easier for transferring them later and checking. Then you should write your answers, which are from the passage or from the box next to the question numbers, and then you should repeat this for all the questions in the set. Lastly, you transfer your answers after the section to the reading answer sheet. Now you have some time to practice with my help. First, let's look at the headline on Lesson 6, Practice 1 in your training booklet. The first thing you need to do is to read the headline so you can understand a bit what the article is about. The headline is very short, but I think it's enough to be able to understand what the text is about. If you don't think it's enough, then you can skim the first paragraph. This headline is about investigations into children's language, so it will probably be of a scientific nature. Now you need to find the part of the passage the questions relate to. You need to start reading the text from paragraph D. Now you need to decide if the questions are in order or not, and in this case, the questions are in order. So you can start reading from the beginning of the passage or from the relevant paragraph and from question 1. You will need to find the part of the passage the question relates to first, which is paragraph D. No single way is the same as methods of carrying out research. Then you can scan for the answers, which are words and/or numbers from the passage. Now you can read the summary itself up to question 10 and predict the answer for that question, and also underline the keywords that you can find. Then you can start scanning the text from paragraph D for the answer. and when you found it, you can underline it. Then you need to write the answers in the question booklet next to question number 10, and don't forget all your answers are from the passage or question booklet. Now repeat this process for the other questions in the set 11 to 14. You can take 5 minutes to do this. If you finish before the 5 minutes, then just fast forward the lesson to the next slide. I'll tell you when the time is up. You can start now. Your time is up now. For this practice, you're going to transfer the answers to the space in your training booklet. In the real test, you would transfer your answers after the whole passage in pencil to an answer sheet. You have to check your spelling. All you need to do here is to make sure that you've copied the words correctly. Remember to check the word limit and remember to transfer quickly and carefully. Now you have 40 seconds to transfer your answers to the space in your training booklet. I will tell you when the time is up. You can start now. Your time is up now. Now you have time to look at the answers and where they are in the passage. You can read the answers in the back of your training booklet and on this slide. If you need more time, just press pause. Now you have a chance to practice a summary task alone, and after we will go through the answers together. Go to lesson 2 in your practice 2 in your training booklet. This is the second type of summary in which you have to choose words from a box given and not from the reading passage. You can, but you don't have to use any of the words more than once, and you don't need to use all the words. They are the same steps as we just learned in practice 1 without words. You have to choose a word from the list in the box this time. Now you can start your timer, which is set to 6 minutes, and press pause on this video and start it again when you've finished. There are 6 questions and you will have 8 minutes to answer the questions without transfer. You now have 60 seconds to transfer your answers to the space in your training booklet. I'll tell you when the time is up. You can start now. Your time is up. Now you have time to look at the answers and where they are in the passage, which you can read in the back of your training booklet as well as on this slide. If you need more time, just press pause. Don't forget that these are all the possible answers, and answers in brackets are optional. That is the end of lesson 6, and after the quiz you can go on to the next lesson.